Hi, I'm Justin Thames, Director of Governmental Affairs for the Florida Institute of CPAs. And welcome to this week's edition of Impact Report, your advocacy update for all things impacting the CPA profession in Tallahassee. This past Tuesday, we started the 2019 legislative session. There was a lot of pomp and circumstance with family and friends in town to see the lawmakers start their first day. Also, we made history. There's almost 3,400 bills that have been filed this session, which makes that the most bills in at least the last couple decades that we've seen filed. We're going to continue to monitor all those pieces of legislation. Roughly right now, we've got about 150 that we're closely watching. Also, on Tuesday, Governor DeSantis gave his State of the State address. In that, he covered many of the topics that he has over the last couple weeks that he's laid out his legislative agenda. He highlighted some in particular: education, environmental policy. Hurricane Michael relief was a big topic that he discussed. He also talked about public safety. You're going to see a lot more from the governor's office over the next couple of weeks. And if you'd like to see his speech in its entirety, it's listed a little bit further down in Impact Report. You can read everything he touched on during that speech. Talking about legislation again, there's a couple things I want to mention. First, Senator Hooper this week amended his governmental accountability bill to address some of the issues that we brought forward to him, specifically related to the auditor selection process for local governments. We want to thank Senator Hooper for all his work over the last week or so to help us address those issues. That's a big help, and we're going to keep working on the House side to make those changes there as well. Two bills that you really need to know about this week. One, the governor's deregathon package has been filed in both the House and the Senate. House Bill 27 by Blaise Ngoli is one that particularly we watch. For the profession, there's minimal impact at this point. There are some issues that we're trying to work through so that there aren't any unintended consequences, specifically related to the licensure by endorsement process. We'll keep you posted on that, but we've made some great progress working with Representative Ngoli already, so appreciate him being willing to work with us. And then also want to make sure you're aware over on the House side as well, House bill sponsored by Amy Mercado, Democrat from Orlando, institutes a services tax on multiple professions. We've already met with the representative and talked about the detrimental impact of the profession. We're going to continue to work on that bill. Hasn't been heard in committee, and I don't believe it's been referenced either. So we'll keep you posted on that. That's something that we're engaged in already, and we're going to be continue to engage, and we'll let you know as soon as there's action needed to be taken by the membership. And finally, I want to mention Secretary Halsey Beshears was confirmed in the Senate this week. Congratulations to him on moving through committee confirmation, and we look forward to working with him as Secretary of the Department of Business and Professions. That's it. That's a wrap for this week. It's a very busy week for the first week of session. We'll keep you updated each week as these bills go along. You can look at our bill tracker that is below here and get more information on the specific bills and the bill language that we're tracking. So thank you all for your support, and we'll see you next week.